Hoot hoot, everybody! Hoot hoot! I'm Vilhelm Vanderbos, the Noble Owl, and welcome to a personal challenge. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Bloomy, can you hoot hoot for me? That's what I thought. No? No. It should be fine though. Oh, maybe it'll be delayed. Hello everybody who's here. Hoot hoot in chat. Give a hoot hoot back. I see Solus and Mary. Hello. Love yourself. Naomi. That girl Bree. Harrier. Hello, hello. Who else we got? Momo and Pua. Hello. Lapis. Did I say Miri? Otherwise you get extra Miri. No hoots? You get hoots. Of course you get hoots. I'm just like, Bloomy doesn't want to give hoots. Hello Ashras. Toot toot. Toot toot. I'm trying to get Bloomy to come alive. It doesn't seem like it wants to. Sag. Oh well. Hopefully it works with the other stuff. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Hello Yuzu, welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? Too much hooting, lost his voice. Probably. I know it was working though, because if I poke him the other way. Hello, Plumie, could you say this? No? Oh my gosh, it's broken. Plumie! You're broken! Why? 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 The voice is really wrecked. Oh my gosh, poor Plumie. It's a shame. It's a shame. No. It's not working. I've done all I can. That's not good. Oh well. I'll have to look into Plumie again after this, because it was working just now. Okay, so what's going on? What's going on? Hello, Snowy. Welcome, welcome. I guess Plumie will have to have the old voice. I guess so. I lost my voice, Bill. Yeah, no, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Call me Ender. I will call you what I remember to call you, which is your username, sadly. I will try to remember, but I'll go with what your username says, because that's a system on YouTube right now. Either way, welcome, Ender. So what are we gonna do today? What are we gonna do today? Well, I'm starting my own personal challenge for drawing. As a little filler thing in between having other drawing things to do. So I'm gonna do the ABC challenge for myself. What is the ABC challenge? Can anyone guess what the ABC challenge is? Hello, Laurie. Welcome. Yes, Plumie's voice is gonzo right now. Well, you asked us about a character name, so exactly. When you say A is for arson, kinda, but not really. You draw characters with the letters of the alphabet? Yes. That would be the one. Hello, Apollonia, welcome. Yes, exactly. So, I asked you guys already for a character that starts with A, and now I picked one, and we're gonna draw. We're gonna draw the character. So we're starting with A today, and based off of the silhouette, I wonder if anyone guessed it. I'm curious. But either way, there were a lot of suggestions. Thank you very much for that. There were a lot of suggestions, so I really had no, there was no lack of choice. Can we see the silhouette again? You may. Let me bring up the thumbnail. And then we get right to it. I will not be working that long on it because I want to go into B. I would like to be next weekend. So here we go. It kind of looks like a really messy scribble. Kind of looks like a very messy scribble. Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu! Yeah. There's so many characters, and like it looks like this, like it literally looks like if, you know, like damaged glass, like the mirror when it cracked, you know? And honestly, I'm not surprised Momo got it. It's Pikachu! Yeah. So it is Aizawa. It is Aizawa from My Hero Academia. Because of all the bandages and stuff, right? So erase a head. Yeah, that's what we're drawing. Hello, Liliana, welcome. And I say I'm not surprised Momo got it because Momo has a kind of a track record of guessing things pretty close. Very close to on the nose, essentially. I don't know if you guys remember. For those that weren't here, when I was going to reveal this outfit, I posted the silhouette of this outfit. And somehow Momo, without knowing, because I took very good care of not letting anyone know, essentially drew out the outfit. Alright, so let's get to the drawing then, yeah? Let me make sure everything is looking correctly. Very good. And here, yeah. My brain is simply very huge. How do you manage to get through doorways with a brain that size? It is the one brain. Let's go. Art scene. Hi-yo. Here we go. I've already sketched them out. Because we want some we want a little bit of progress happening, right? So aside from this, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's been a bit of a change over by in the study. Speaking of art, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the frame in the back is changing a little bit now. But yeah, I got the sketch done, and we're gonna clean it up. It's gonna be grayscale except for the eyes, so we're gonna work on this. I didn't wanna go at it very empty-handed, so to say, so I made a sketch, and we are just gonna go at it. Let me just put everything in a folder and merge the visible ones, or the selected ones. Directarea. Here we go. Hello, Citri, welcome. So yeah, this dude was really tricky to get to kind of make sense of, because he has a couple of things that it's also going to be a bit of a style study, this ABC challenge. I'm really looking forward to doing more characters along the way, as long as I don't get busy with commissions and stuff, of course. But This is going to be a really fun study and practice challenge. One of my like resolutions this year, which I'm kind of tackling with the 12-week year, is basically that I would like to have this kind of a much more consistent art style. Because as Squeegee, friend of the channel, General Fungi, art teacher as well, has said, I'm a pretty good style mimic, but that also kind of makes me jump around a lot between styles. And if I want to be able to promise a certain quality, a certain kind of picture, it's good to kind of stick to something that is, you know, what is it? Predictable? Predictable, that's the word. It looks like the OG character. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to bring up a picture of him. Aizawa, my hero. And he's got a couple of things going for him. This is just him with his hair down, because I'm doing it when he's activating his general powers, right? So when we look at him here, the tricky thing was to get his long face and his tired eyes, because at some point the idea is that his power, for those that don't know, this anime has been going on for a while, but I don't blame anyone if you haven't seen it, because I kind of didn't really follow it. I haven't really followed it. I read the manga for a couple of arcs, but then I kind of didn't really, I haven't really seen the rest of the anime since. But this guy's power is called Eraserhead, because if he looks at someone, this is a world of a lot of superpowers, by the way. People develop the quirks, as they call them, their own superpowers. And this guy, his eyes can deactivate powers if he looks at them. So while he's looking at you, you cannot do anything with your power. Hence the Eraserhead thing. So when he activates it, he also has this kind of bandages that he kind of throws around and kind of grabs people with. They kind of have a bit of a life of their own, but that's kind of him activating his power. His hair just goes up, the bandages go all over the place, picking up people by their legs, throwing them around, tying them up, stuff like that, right? So I want to have him activate his powers. He always has this kind of delinquent look about him. Pretty OP, he's pretty OP. But they also kind of make him really sleepy because his eyes are dry all the time. You don't see it here, but his eyes are usually look very dry because he always has them open, you know? So it's like, always has to have like eye drops in and stuff. So I thought that was a fun little thing. They kind of make him always look sleepy because of the how dry his eyes are and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna draw him. I have everything is merged to one layer now, and we are gonna take on, it's gonna be a grayscale, a kind of a rendered grayscale kind of a thing. Yeah, as soon as he blinks, his power doesn't work. And because he kind of has to focus on you, right? So if he blinks, it needs to refocus on you, but a lot of people have very OP powers. So as soon as he blinks, it's just, they have to, you know, they're gone. It can be like teleportation powers, it can be like super speed powers, or anything like that. So they're kind of always just kind of waiting for him to not look, and then they're gone, essentially, you know? So let's see, instead of going darker, I'm gonna go for a lighter tone here. And also kind of feel like putting on some kind of action music for this. So he's very pale. He tends to, like, he essentially teaches. He's a teacher at the academy. I think he's part of My Hero Vigilantes, but I don't really know anything about that. Is he? For those, can anyone confirm that he is? We got a Horikoshi art double here. What is that? Is that the original artist or something? Sorry, I missed the compliment. So I'm gonna render this in my style. Basically. I really like the premise of it all, but I kind of did not, but I ended up not watching it, but I think I caught up on the manga way back when, and then I just kind of never ended up reading the rest of it. I've been meaning to, especially now that I know the manga is finished and the, you know, the anime is also finished. but just kind of, it just never got around to it. Aizawa was one of my favorites. Yeah, I get that, because he has this kind of I don't know, he's got the vibes for it. Like he's this kind of he's a teacher, so he is pretty powerful, but he's also kind of very laid back because of his general sleepiness. Like, don't do that, you guys. You know, like you know what? You guys do whatever. I'm gonna sleep. Him and Skinny All Might, Naizu. Yeah, All Might is a great character. I remember some saying like he's a bit of an overpowered character, not that interesting, but it's the fact that he exists in the world is why crime went down. Like the story really shows on a time when, you know, the peace and the peace and safety kind of stopped existing because of big symbols like All Might suddenly, you know, not being around anymore. That was a big turning point for the show. But sadly, I feel like I couldn't keep watching it because it really has this very nitty-gritty. First of all, the main characters are quite young. I know they aged the series and all, but they're quite young, and they go through a lot of gruesome stuff, which is kind of did not really vibe with me well. But what I like is that they had a lot of characters and they got a lot of love from community and everything as well. So it's definitely one of those big great shows that, you know, people grow up with and kind of even learn to draw with and stuff. Because there's always one of those every so many generations of shows that just keep on going, they go on for so long that kind of people do things around the shows, a lot of fan works happen and stuff, you know. Pretty much gave up after a while with the manga. I get ya. I get impatient. I can be impatient. I can be very impatient. With mangas, I really like it until it's so obvious that they caught up with all the material they had, and they kind of have to leave you on a little bit of like a, well, here's a bit of a little filler, or there's a little politics happening, and while the bad guys are kind of regrouping to attack again, you're gonna get this little bit of extra here and there. And whenever that happens in any kind of manga, I just tap past a lot of the stuff, because most of the mangas that I've read that have a lot of political intrigue, I've been able to finish just fine without really getting too into all those chapters. Hello, Juzo. But yeah, Aizawa today, and then I will be putting it out on. You guys will get a little notification of when to suggest a character with B. So yeah, let's get some of the details in here. I'm gonna mainly stick to my sketch brush, and we are gonna do the best we can with this. He's usually somehow always has like a shade over his forehead and the top of his eyes, so it's pretty cool. What do you use for drawing? My imagination, my practice, and Clip Studio Paint. I'll start thinking about B characters. Yeah, the B movie characters. It always looks like the real character. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Now the idea is that it looks like the real character in my style. Because I want to be doing a lot of these, so we cannot render it super well, but I kind of want to find a kind of a level of render that I am. Rendering just means giving it shape and shadow and stuff like that, by the way. I throw these like art terms out willy-nilly, but I kind of realized that it's not always very obvious. But just if I'm able to give them a little bit of shape and definition, then everything will be all good. So this is not going to be like a very HD render or anything like that. I am just gonna do what I can with the time I have. And I'll probably finish it off stream if I can't finish it on stream, because 2 hours is not a long time to do any kind of art piece. But hey, here I am trying it out. That's why it's a challenge, yeah. Hello, Nodlanai. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. All right, so because of the delinquent vibe he has, I kind of wanted to angle his head back. You know, kind of like, like the usual, like, So that's just, kind of, he works really well that way, looking like a bit like a delinquent. My record is like 5 hours of a quick drawing. For a quick drawing, nice. Wouldn't be a challenge for that effort. Well, the challenge is to actually focus and get something done while I'm streaming, because streaming takes up my, like, I don't want to be, if the whole thing was just about finishing the drawing, then I could easily just do that without streaming, you know. So I just want to share it with you guys and chat a little bit with you guys. Well, speed is not really everything with art. Honestly, if speed is good, if you kind of feel you're like speed is good for certain things. Like if you want to be putting stuff out all the time, then it's really good to be fast. Find little shortcuts that work well, and just kind of put art out there all the time. But that's not everything. That doesn't really necessarily mean prowess, you know. I've gotten my technique up for whenever I stream art, because I feel like that is like I paint differently when I stream, so to say. Like one of the reminders of something we said the other day is like on social media you always get like these you always get like people's art thrown in your face, you know. But it's from different people. It's from different people. But since it's social media, you might get the pressure of like, oh gosh, I need to be drawing. I need to draw more because people are putting out these amazing things. But that amazing thing you just saw could have taken them like 50 hours. You know, that was their project of the month. But you just happen to see it amongst all the other projects of the month, you know. So that's why you could also definitely take your time in getting your art done, because it's your art. You know, only you can do your art. Hello Yanni, welcome. This is Aizawa Sensei from My Hero Academia. Teresa Hedo. And it is my first character of my ABC challenge, my alphabet challenge. So let's make him look really sleepy and with dry eyes, and let's see. Dry eyes, burning 'cause they are dry. There you go. Aside from that, like I said, I don't really know that much about mid and later seasons of My Hero Academia. I like the characters. Will you use given names or family names for the ABC challenge? Yes. Look, if it gives me a reason to draw a character I really want to draw, or I'm curious about, then of course I will be a little sneaky about it. So you guys just don't worry about it, and you guys just suggest, okay? Okay, let's look at his nose. He has very, very prominent nostrils, like the specific nostrils that really show him. So they kind of need to be included. Kind of really need to show them here too. But light from below makes it a little... Okay, that doesn't look all bad. Already, it looks a little bit more like him. So the nostrils need to kind of be defined here. I kind of want to define his it's like lips as well. Honestly, I only take my time with my drawings and I always zoom in to see my lines a lot better, and it takes me days to get it done. I getcha. It's kind of important to also at some point, depending on it. Again, I feel like I need to always have my disclaimer that any art tips I give out is always like, it always starts with what do you want to do with your art. I am not here to be spewing out any kind of like absolute truths of how art should be done and whatnot. I'm just here to kind of, if you would like to do this, then you consider maybe doing this. Who's that? I'm like, there's literally no one. Who wrote that? I'm just kidding. Hello there, no one. Are you sticking to one kind of media for your challenge pool, like all anime characters, or including video game characters? Oh yeah, like just give me characters. Video game characters is fine too. I'm not gonna be it's not gonna be a lottery or anything like that. If you guys suggest a character I find interesting, then I'll just go with it. You guys are just kind of helping me out, helping me pick. We had a lot of good suggestions for A. It was really hard to pick. But ultimately, I have to pick one, and I just went with one that, you know what, that would be fun to draw. That would be cool to draw. And Aizawa, never drawn Aizawa, so here we are. Drawing Aizawa. Pray for you drawing my favorite character for H. I cannot guarantee any like that. Honestly, I think who were the runner-up characters? Oh gosh, there were so many. You can have a look at some of the. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be using this as like to create some shorts, and I'm gonna be using this to also essentially promote my own art. So it helps if it's characters that are somewhat known, you know. I got some very obscure ones too, fun ones, but quite obscure. But for instance, since I already drew a Hatsune Miku, I'm not gonna be drawing another Hatsune Miku when we get there, you know? It's just a good opportunity to also showcase what I can do with art. Hello, Mushiro. Figured you'd be excited for C, Momo. C, huh? Now I gotta think. Momo had a good one with Momo really likes glasses characters, yeah, so I thought it was really fun to see Arthur being mentioned from Rune Factory. But yeah, bit at a time, bit at a time. Might also have a commission coming up soon as well, so we'll see how it's gonna be working out. But I do want to keep doing these to the point where it's like there's gonna be kind of sketchy since they're just gonna be grayscale, but I still want it to be a kind of a little series that we do, you know. I bet some of them are gonna be tricky to really really figure out what you like, which one to do. Actually, doubling it actually makes it all darker, makes it look better. All right, let's we're gonna work out the face first, and then we're gonna move on to other things. Not the public call out. Oh, I mean, were people not supposed to know? Anyhow, let's see. So I watched. Did you guys catch the new Nintendo Direct that happened? I don't know if a lot of people care about Nintendo Directs. I would say I used to. I don't have a Switch 2, so were the suggestions on Discord? No, they were. I made a post on YouTube. And then the others will go via YouTube as well. You'll see what I mean. You see what I mean. You will see. This is just the first one, and just don't worry about it. Like, it's like there's no guarantee. There's nothing that's going to increase the guarantee that I draw a character. As harsh as it is to say, just like hanging on the lock is not going to guarantee anything. So the only thing you can do, I suppose, is to suggest when the question is asked, when it goes out. And then there's going to be a couple of days and we figure it out. There weren't any games I liked though. No, I felt the same way. And same Fu, it was the same too. Some games still get released on Switch 1 though, which is why I'm kind of interested in still keeping track of them. But this was the partner direct when they kind of showcase some games from, you know, third-party developers. And it's a bit of a disappointment because I feel like now everyone that, oh my gosh, the Switch is a bit more powerful now. Let's just re-release all of our stuff on the Switch now. So it just feels like watching the Switch Direct is kind of just like watching Summer of Games from Sony or anything like that. You just get titles that just are play with your friends, shoot at things, play with your friends, shoot at things, you know? Or big anime games that are take very long time to beat. That I'm kind of not the target demography anymore for either of those. I even was contemplating watching the movie, quote unquote, all the cutscenes in order for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because I really like the whole Final Fantasy VII story and everything like that. There's no way I'm gonna have time enough to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I was gonna watch the movie, and it was over 20 hours of just cutscenes. So it's like, that one hurt. Like, good for everyone that want the content, but I just ain't no way. It's gonna be like a series. It's gonna be a series, exactly. The next one is B, but that's you guys will see where it's asked. I will also post it on the Discord so that no one misses a chance to throw in their character. I would kind of want to know a little bit of the character that I'm drawing, because I don't really like I don't want to be posing, so to say, just for drawing a character. Is it just for Vilhelm? Pumis can make stuff for the Discord also. I mean, if you guys wanna do this challenge, sure, but this is not a community challenge. This is just my own personal challenge that I'm doing. If you guys wanna do your own alphabet challenge, then by all means, do that. But this is not something I'm gonna have a feature stream on or anything. I am just making art here. But you guys can suggest. Because it's it's part of my New Year's resolution that I kind of would like to have a more consistent style for portraits and stuff like that. So you guys are helping me out, because if I were to only pick stuff I wanted to draw or I felt like drawing, I would not improve at all. That's not really a challenge, right? The idea is that I also try drawing stuff that, even though I feel like, yeah, I could consider myself drawing that, but it's not something that I'm very familiar with. That makes it more of a challenge, you know? Hello, Rui. Welcome, welcome. Let me do this to you. It's nice to have you here. Let me, everyone duck, wrench coming. Whoa, 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 whoa. Everyone duck! Hellos. You are blue indeed. Mind if I do the honors of introducing for those that might not know? Yeah, alright, right. So Rui Vermilion is how can I say it best? It's basically the AU alternate universe of Dango. So this right here is my boy Dango visiting through another universe. So in order to not confuse, I actually I asked, and he's fine with me calling him Dango. Yesu. And hello Jennifer, welcome. Hello CL. Nice to have everyone here. Thank you for being here. Nice and chatty. There you go. I like the lip work here. It's like lifting it a bit. It's lurking. Nice-oo. Thank you. Ever since there are people saying that, you know, oh, I started saying Naisu because of you, I realize more how how often I say it. Dango is Dango, exactly. Rui Vermilion also goes chasing waterfalls. Well, yeah, it's nice to have you here, buddy. I know there's some issues with accessing the Dango, so of course you can be here. The way you did his wrinkles between the eyebrows so good. Oh, thank you. It's a bit unrealistic. It's just a lot of like almost comic shading, but we're gonna do it because I'm trying to not only drawing characters my way, but also kind of honoring their initial style as well, you know? It's just kind of, just because if my style was to draw Ikemen, as if, then I wouldn't draw All Might as this pretty boy Ikemen, because he kind of has this, his style is heavily shaded and stuff, you know? I kind of feel like it's important to try to pay attention to the details of each character if you're going to fan art them. Because characters are more than just what they wear and the hairstyle they have. It's They have their own vibe and personalities and presence, you know? You started saying just a mo, like you. Oh no, it's another one. You're gonna just wait. You're gonna be saying defo soon again too. What are things I say? Okay, let's point at me and see what I do and say. I say naitu. I say just a mo. I say defo a lot. I say right sometimes a lot when I'm talking. Like right, like. I say like a lot, in a certain way. I know Dango would say so. It sounds like it's in a specific way. Hello, Mickey. Nice lighting. It looks fierce and handsome at the same time. Nice. That's exactly what I'm going for. I already started saying defo on occasion. With great influential power comes great responsibility of learning how to say hurry. When did I say that first time? Was that Dark Souls? Is when I actually started feeling a bit stressed, going like hurry. Oh my gosh. What am I? What is this? What is... I know Joy also said that, like, hurry. This is not really correct, these lines here, but I kind of wanna should comic ink it. Can't remember the origin. I don't know. I just know it's sometimes I don't even remember where I got it from. Just a hurry. I'm sure I got it from somewhere as well, but hey, that's how it goes. There you go, that's a better lip. That's a better delinquent lip. Oh my goodness. Heck yeah. I got you all to say hoot hoot. Gee. This is gonna stay gray, at least that's the plan, because I kind of want it to be like a series, so I don't want to be adding too much detail to it, because I might have less time some other time. So this is gonna be gray with some color highlights. Essentially, the eyes are gonna get a little bit more effect. Maybe some of the lightning effects might have color, but this is gonna stay gray. Lips so good, thank you. Hoot hoot. Oh, you actually did? See how that's so funny. I'll say one thing about My Hero Academia. It's got a killer soundtrack though. I remember there being a meme from Street Fighter, like Guile's theme goes with everything, but You Say Run, as the song is called from like the earlier seasons, the action one, You Say Run goes with everything is also like, it's such a good meme. Yeah, I really like action OST, like action soundtracks from anime. Very good getting started on stuff and finding my focus. Something I struggle with doing this sketch, is that this guy is not very far off from Vegeta with this hairstyle. So I'm trying to make him not look like Vegeta, but it's very difficult. Vegeta from Dragon Ball, that is. The Furikuri soundtrack. Gosh, I haven't listened to that in ages. Bleach OST. Ah, nice. No, I'm sure. Right now, because I caught up to it. I am. There's a compilation of songs called essentially Dr. Stone OST, like motivational OST. That is the I'll pop chewing gum, start that song, and I'll be in the zone. I remember tweeting a while back about this. Hello, Dibs, welcome. I remember posting a while back about motivational gum. Do you guys know about that? Basically, you can replace chewing gum with anything. It's just chewing gum is very kind of accessible, and that's kind of like when you if you have as a habit to always chew the same kind of chewing gum when you do certain things, if you have a specific mint, not even mint, if you have a specific flavor that you chew only for when you want to do something specific, like, all right, I'm gonna time to study for my test, and you just have a specific flavor for that. For me, it's sweet mint. I just really like sweet mint. So then it helps you get into the mindset, because it's like a ritual. It's one of the things you do. It's like a warm-up essentially for your mindset to kind of switch over into what it needs to do. But that it's important that you only do it. You only chew that when you need to focus on something, you know? So that's what I mean. Like sometimes I can be very like all over the place and not really focusing my efforts where I need to do. And then that's why I say like I'll start like ease exploration OST or now I do Dr. Stone motivational soundtrack, and I just grab like 2 pieces of mint, like sweet mint chewing gum, and that really helps out to just like, okay, well, everything focus on where it needs to go. Yeah, it is a Pavlov effect. You can definitely attest it to that. It's like something that you train your brain to associate, because whenever you need to do things, your brain goes through all kinds of changes in terms of chemicals and stuff, you know? Like motivation is a measurable chemical in your brain that your brain produces, and in order to do that, you kind of sometimes need to go through the motions. Depends on the day, you know. Sometimes it'll be easier than other days. Sometimes you're tired, you didn't sleep well, but then having this kind of system actually helps you out a bit. Just don't overdo it. Be careful not to overdo it. It's supposed to be kind of more of a help than a crutch, you know. Don't rely too heavily on it. Ultimately, it is still your own mindset that takes you where you need to go. But yeah, I really like the action soundtracks. Even more so if I've watched the show, because I did watch the earlier seasons of My Hero. So you say Run really already puts me in that. Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's kind of harder to get into it if I don't have an association to it. Like I have, for instance, I believe that Bleach is a great soundtrack. It's like a battle anime as well. I can see it being like awesome in building up and character themes and everything, but I've not watched Bleach. So it's harder to kind of get that same rush of like, oh, I love this part, you know? But either way, that still helps if you do. Are you a minimalist layers or a maximalist layers? I am working on one layer. Do with that information what you will. Yeah, it's one layer, look. Apparently something in the back there that I haven't saved, that I haven't warped in, but yeah. Here, one layer. Wide, hello. Yeah, I'm painting traditional almost with this. Layering, caking up the different like layer upon layer, almost like acrylics. You show me that you move the... Oh, sorry. Well, I'm not moving the canvas. I'm moving the layer. See, like I move the canvas here, but I move the layer here. Look, I'll select the layer. See? I'll paint inside the selection of the layer. There's some parts that haven't been filled in, as you can see. That's really all I can do to show. If you choose to not believe me and paint me as a villain, I'll just pose. For some reason it's not activating my voice. I wanted it to be cool and say like I'll pose, but the voices did not. Okay, there we go. For some reason I'm angry still. There you go. Villain version, yeah, let's go villain version. Alright. That works a bit better. Villain. That's my full name, don't wear it out. Vilhelm Vanderbos. In case you didn't know. But you can call me Evil. That's a pretty good question. Let's explore that. Like if you had a quirk, if you could pick one, what would you pick? It's kind of tricky because I feel like the quirks are almost passed down to your kind of personality. So it's more kind of like which quirk would you be more likely to get based on the stuff that you do. Evil's quirk is that your heart skips a beat when he makes direct eye contact. Yeah, but that's more it, because I don't want to be like, oh, what would you do? And then you just pick the most OP thing. No, it's more so like, what kind of quirk would you more likely be to get? For me, time management is something that has always been tricky. And with a lot of projects up in the air, I always feel like some kind of time related thing would be good. So, and because it can't be OP, it wouldn't be freeze time forever. Likely would be like save myself a couple of seconds here and there or something, you know? If I hold my breath, time freezes. Something like that, you know? I don't know if anyone has any that power, but for instance, you know, I'm like, okay, so you joined a bit late, a bit later names, but like I said, I'm not super familiar with My Hero past the first couple of arcs because I did not follow it up. So stopping time would also stop your drawing program. Don't, yeah, but it would let me get places faster if it's just by a couple of seconds. Yeah, it would be useless if I need an elevator to go anywhere or you know, get up on an escalator or something like that. I just feel like because that's always been a thing since I was an owlet and everything, that's likely to be a quirk that develops if it were to follow the rules of. Yeah, because like the speedy person does not get it doesn't get the quirk that makes him super heavy. You know, it's kind of not how the world seems to work in this world. So. Aging with it as drawback for a few hours when using too much, probably. It would be good to catching the train, yeah. But would it be worth to age more with it? I don't know. It's like a bit of a drawback to the quirk. Which honestly, when you look at this show, I guess there's not a lot of drawbacks for a lot of the other ones. That sounds more like the, what's it called? What's that show called? Man, what is that? There's like a, I never watched it because it's gruesome, but Darker Than Black, maybe? Yeah, Darker Than Black. That was a gruesome show. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's a bit graphical. What is the other show with superhero powers? Superpowers at Yokohama something. Hamatora. Yokohama Trouble. Hamatora. Then you also have Kagaku no Railgun, I guess. That kind of always, there's such a imbalance of powers in most of the series, is that, you know, you have a level estimate of how powerful they are, and then you just kind of don't, and then there's some people that seemingly do not have any kind of drawback. Okay, so I think the detail on them is pretty good already. I'm gonna start working a little bit on the hair. Also looks pretty cool. These kind of strands I just did, wasn't really thinking. I was just more just kind of following along with the vibes, and I feel like they turned out pretty good. Just giving them a little bit of texture like this gives it a little bit more volume instead of just having it all Orubruk. So just kind of putting a little bit more of these strands here so that it makes sense all the way. This part's a little bit darker. And yeah, and I also deliberately gave it these kind of sharp edges to kind of also add to the general look and style of it all. So other important things is the hand, like an expressive hand. Love expressive hands. They just bring so much to a picture. So we're just gonna render out the hand, and let me go behind this for now. Just because I do one layer doesn't mean I don't create layers in order to kind of merge them down later. Like, not everything needs to be drawn on the same one. But I do merge down in order to get the kind of color and tone mixing. Go eat, alright, eat well. Eat smaklik. Bungo Stray Dogs, I don't know that show, but it did pop up in the kind of when I was looking for the Yokohama Hamatora show. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of anime now. I used to watch a lot more, but I just haven't gotten around to it now. Looking forward to some shows this this coming season, the spring season. Then I'll watch a couple. There you go. We're gonna leave these lines to kind of indicate the tendons. I was finding stuff for the new challenge since I only started digital fairly recently, and I came across a sketchbook from like 2013. That's awesome. That's definitely worthy of redrawing, wouldn't you say? Yeah, the idea of the challenge is like to create a before and after, because sometimes you don't really realize how far you've come until you kind of compare it to older you that maybe at some point felt like, oh yeah, I can't get any better than this right now. Well, I see you did that, Zawa. I don't know if this is Father Aizawa, but it is definitely definitely Aizawa Sensei from My Hero Academia. I'm just gonna figure out the framing to be interesting. Okay, we gotta set the time timer for an hour. How are you doing, Tamari Nara? Welcome, welcome. Kono stream wo yokozo. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Here we go. Just bend that pinky, no, not pinky, just bend that finger a little bit to the back. There we go. That looks good. Is it realistic? Is it a very correctly drawn hand? Nah. Does it look good? I think so. I returned after D&D finished. Oh, so you're done, Yuan? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, fair traveler. And a hoot hoot. It is Aizawa from My Hero Academia, Joanne. This is what the A character is for. Let's see. All right. Okay. Might want to change that one finger afterwards, but we'll see. Okay, so this bandage is going this way. Part of me saying, Bill, you should definitely do the bandages in a separate layer. And to that voice I say, silence, non-believer. How did D&D go, Joanne? I'm gonna make this look really good. I'm gonna indicate where all the different bandages are going in the background. All right, the face looks pretty good. Let's save. That's important. Let's also hydrate. We didn't die. That is a thumbs up for any campaign, I think. Anything else is secondary. We come here for living on the edgeville. Living on the edgeville. If you always live on the edge, then that is just normal living at some point. So one layer only, of course. Is there any other way to draw? At least for Vil, I mean, for me. Hoot hoot, hello Natsu, welcome. It was Aizawa, definitely. Starting off with Aizawa for the character of A. Thank you. Bam, ba, ba, da, bam, bam. Let's just give him a bit of a collar, and we're gonna do his glasses, and then we can go ham on the rest of the bandages. Just gonna use 2 shades of gray to kind of show this shape right here. It's really all you need. Just give him edges everywhere, and it'll work out. Don't know if I can do the same on the other side. Probably, because the light is very center. It's very center, straight down. So I can probably get away with doing the same thing on the other side. No one will bat an eye. And I will save a lot of time. Just keeping this stylized, but somewhat also my own style. There we go. Good thing about this brush is that it kind of does texture on its own, because it has a built-in texture that I put on it. I like that, because then if you make things a little bit unclean like this, you can convincingly draw Gore-Tex material or something like that, you know, like superhero suit. Save reminder, I just saved and I just hydrated. Thank you though. Stretch is pretty good. Stretch reminder is pretty good. You gotta stretch. Wah! Wah! Ah, nice. Looked at the time and saw we're already 1 hour and 14 minutes, and we're already 1 hour and 14 minutes in. I gotta speed up. Let me hold my breath and use my power to catch my breath. Never mind. That would kind of that wouldn't work out. Super fasto draw modo. Yeah, I would probably put on like a battle theme or something. I just kind of want the bandages to look like they're kind of, you know, a little bit stretched there. So we add a little bit of folds to this one, like this. Like he's pulling it. You know, it looks like it's pulling, see? Like this is getting a lot of tension there. We like that. Can make this a little bit more interesting already. Look, 2 lines and it gives motion to the picture. Implying he's moving, he's whipping his head around, looking at you. 2 lines! That's so much motion for 2 lines. It's free real estate. Okay, I'm gonna work a little smarter now. I am going to make a new layer, and I'm gonna make the one frame. I'm gonna do one part of his glasses, and then I'm gonna mirror it to try to work a little bit smarter. Let me look at the reference we had here somewhere. That one, I can barely see his glass. Okay, but he's got 2, 2. I think it's 2, 3. The division between the 2 sides is 2 and 3. And it has like a... Let's see. Let me just sketch it out. Let's see. We go, the glasses go like this. These glasses have like mirrors in them, I believe, so you can see multiple things at once. So they go like this, and it has like a little bit that covers it, connected there, and then this part also connects to the other stuff. All right, cool. Thank you. Yeah, one layer is my comfort rendering zone, but it doesn't mean that I'm just gonna ignore a completely viable way to draw fast. So we just do this and then we merge it. Toes and like I told you guys, the one layer is not a kind of a challenge to always stay on one layer. It's just my comfort zone. That'll work. Dun, dun. Da, da, dun, da, da, dun, da, 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 dun. This one can join there. Got it. What else we got that is on other layers? The eyes can stay on that layer. This one can go in here. Is it about the right size? I believe it is. You can wear them. That's also important to check. It's also important to check. Otherwise, you make sunglasses that are not wearable and stuff like that. Let's move them a little bit like this, so they're kind of Let's see. Let's put them... Oh, apply transformation. Let's do them like this. And test them again. Kind of look like they would work. Probably need to be a little bit tighter. But it's kind of the size. They're closer to this camera as well, so this works out, yeah? So we kind of put it a little bit off center, and then we can make it look like it's kind of also moving in its own way, right? So let's leave that for now. I didn't watch My Hero Academia. No worries. I watched some of the early arcs, and I also don't really know where the story goes. Curious, sure, but I don't know. I'll get around to it sometime. There's no... when looking up references for Aizawa here, Eraserhead, I just already ran into so many spoilers. Sadly, I guess, because it's just too easy to get spoiled now. All right, this works quite well. I'm just gonna work with this. Nice-oo. I remember that the reference picture is one of the early ones, right? That's when they are attacked by the villains when they're doing this kind of training thing. So all the students are in one place and they're essentially going to hold them hostage. That's an early one. I think it is, at least. It's like it's like the first time you see him use his full-on power, I think. Let's see what we got. What do we got otherwise in terms of battle themes that are not too much. I really like those that we've got. Probably something like this. Yeah. You may suggest all you want, Dupe, but if it gets picked, that is up to me. Also, you may suggest it when it is asked. Let's see. But yeah, also, if anyone is interested, I am hosting a art challenge that is gonna have its little feature stream towards the end of the month on the 21st. So if you would like your art featured on my stream, all you need to do is just join the art challenge and do this stuff. It is a redraw challenge, a New Year redraw, which essentially encourages you to find an old drawing that you've done, redraw it in your current style, and post both drawings with the hashtag. You can do so in the Discord. You can do so in the let's see. Let me see if the Discord is working. You can do that in the Discord. You can also do that on YouTube or any other social media that I check. Blue Sky, for instance, as well. Yeah, Plumy's not saying anything. Lumi, what's wrong? Why you not say anything? Ubuntu. Dum, 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 dum. Let's see. What does it say? Everything is connected as it should. I don't understand why it's not doing anything. Dun, dun, dun. Technology be like that sometimes. Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely does. Alright, we got these in here. I think I'm just gonna make them a little bit bigger for the sake of the cool angle. It kind of tangent into a little bit of the actual frame of it all, so I think that could be cool. It's almost like the frame kind of goes there as well. So let's just keep it there. I can just merge it down. Yeah, I'll merge it down there. Just back to one layer again, and we just kind of do these parts here too. And these parts here too, that go around a little bit longer. Some days talking is hard, I get you, Plumi. Yeah, you can just go to sleep, Plumi. There you go. You can rest. Well, you don't pay me enough. It's a formal strike. Oh my gosh, that's so true. It's because Aizawa is draining, is just like stopping, erasing his quirk, which is talking. Oh my gosh, we've solved it. Ah, man, I should have known. That's so clever, actually. Now I gotta test the theory. I'm gonna test the theory. Let's see. All right. Let's see if this works. No, it's not working. I wonder if it has to do with a certain other little thing. But I saw him talk before, so let's not put too much effort into this, I suppose, but I'm still gonna give it one more shot in this. No. Dun, dun. Poor Plumey, yeah, I'll say. Nope, it wasn't the quirk, sadly. It was not the quirk. How quirky, isn't it? I take it you guys enjoyed the painted as a villain short then with the evil jump. Yes. Gotta figure out what to do next. I sent that to a couple of friends, formerly Globies, so to say. And I got the reaction like, that makes so much sense. Like, I think I said something like, innocent until accused otherwise, or something like that. Well, I did get voted as the one that would deliver the best burns because they hurt the most, I think Koaku said. I don't know about the best burns, but I know who's like hurts the most. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Okay, Apollonia, no worries, no worries. You can, if you want, you can join in the Discord. There'll be like notifications when the live stream goes live, and that's where all the Plumies hang out otherwise too. But otherwise, you're welcome back anytime. I do art streams. We can have a look at the schedule if you guys want for a bit, for what's coming up. Next stream is gonna be tomorrow, but that's for members only. Because I couldn't make it to stream yesterday, so we're gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna draw on the magma board together. But otherwise, coming week looks a little something like this. There you go. With some cute drawings by Z. We're gonna go back to crocheting. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna repeat some of the basics again and learn what a magic ring is. I know about magic circles, I don't know about magic rings. So we're gonna try that out. And hopefully start making some shapes. Then on Wednesday, we're gonna go on a road trip. As I am between sorting out both commission info and also I can't be doing Aizawa on Wednesday when I kind of want to get the picture done by Wednesday. So I figured it's a nice little one-off to do a little fun, cozy little road trip. So we're going on a road trip. Backseat Plumie party, exactly. So we're going on a road trip on Wednesday, nice and cozy. Driving around Europe a bit, like we have before. On Friday, thank you for voting, members of the channel. We're doing Jackbox party packs. We're gonna figure out which, I'm gonna make a list of which games work with more people. So we can maybe play, try to play multiple of them. There's still one more I haven't tried in the new pack that would be interesting to try, but we'll see. And then Saturday, we are back to the alphabet challenge with the character of B. So yeah, time to, I gotta lock in to get the characters done. And looking back on this drawing is pretty cool too. Having taken a break away from this, not seeing it, and then back to it and just realizing how much progress was made the last hour and a half or so. Pretty cool. Happy that it did. All right, what was I doing? I was doing this part here for the goggles, yeah? This one go around a little bit. Light is mostly from above. A little bit of metallic. This is actually gold, but... well, since it's metallic, we're gonna do this like this. And give it a little bit of shine before we put in the lines. Like this. I think that looks the part for the goggles. So we just clean up the goggles a little bit. And fill up the empty spots around this too. There we go. The more uneven the bandages look, the better actually, because it just kind of gives that impression that they're just a bit like worn down and stuff. There you go. We need to work on the other bandages as well, and then maybe give some kind of outline or effect on this. So goggles, we gotta lock in and do the goggles. But yeah, that's what's coming up next week. It should be a cozy little road trip there as well. Like I said, I'm in the middle of working out some details for a commission and not really having an ongoing art challenge, so those are the kind of days that I'm just gonna find something to do, like more cozy, like some ASMR games or something chatty. And this time I felt like let's do Euro Truck again, because that was really fun last time. I would normally be like, I shouldn't play a game that takes up so much attention away from chat, and now I'm gonna be driving. I'm gonna be driving, and I'm gonna be texting and driving. Essentially, that's not good. That's not a good. That is not being a good role model. What will the Plumies think? I wonder if I can get away with adding some shadows to the goggles. I'm not... oh, that's a lie. I actually have done metallic stuff in darker stuff. As if a truck full of birds isn't a haze safety hazard. Don't think of it as bad. Don't think it's as bad as like actively trying to tip over the truck. Yeah, that's true. Technically, that's what happened when I actually managed to tip over the truck. So I was reading chat in a very tight curve, and then suddenly we were sideways. But no, I thought the setup for a funny short was pretty funny. afterwards, but in the moment, it kind of produced anxiety on me too, to kind of deliberately try to flip the truck, because I don't like to think of traffic being unsafe like that. So I'm not planning on making it uncozy by doing that same bit again. The bit has been done, the short has been made. We'll figure, it'll probably flip in it some other way. The hand looks pretty good. Goggle belt or whatever you can call it, chain, looks pretty good. Give it some little highlights on top here too. But yeah, it's been advertised now that it is a binaural stream. I'm gonna make sure to write it on the thumbnail as well, because I want people to know that it is indeed a binaural one, because audio sounds a little bit different when I do. So I'll take care to really put that on there. Alright. I can probably switch the song now. Let's do another one that's I did this one. Oh, this one, I like this one. Also, I totally got copyright flagged for Udo Mote Lovers, so I had to remove the bit, and thus also the chat playback gets affected. So it's that totally happened, and I'm just avoiding the copyright strike by just deleting the part of the video. Yeah, very much oops. We kind of expected, I figured it would just be easy enough to resolve and just getting rid of the part. But yeah, I'd rather, like, let's just play it careful with that. The only way we could do like a Vocaloid, not just watch party, but like listening to stuff, is if we kind of make it an unarchived one, I think. That's how people get away with doing karaokes and stuff, so that's probably the way to go about it. There is a function to kind of use their generative editor in order to just mute that part but maintain speech audio and stuff, but whenever I've tried to do that, it hasn't worked. So it's the so it's just kind of, and whenever you edit the video, it messes up the timing of the chat playback. So honestly, the best way to resolve it is to mute the affected audio, but I've not been able to do that because I've in the past I've tried, and then I just get like an error message that's like, oh, it's not possible, so want to delete it then. So when I listened back, the music was really low, and maybe me singing along in terms of the like lyrics and stuff was also something that triggered it. So I don't know how well it could have gotten around it. There's one thing I've learned from my ventures of the past 2 years is that you don't want to mess with the copyright flagging of Japanese companies. So If it flags it, I'd rather just remove it completely so that they can't be like, oh, but you're actually still singing the parts. I no. No, no. No, no, no. I'm Owl Hoot Hoot. Hello, Inaki. Welcome, welcome. Pretty good, pretty good. Let's see. Let's do the same thing to the other one. And then we can work on the bandage. And with 20 minutes left to go, this should work out okay. You just figure how to what I haven't really plotted or planned or even really have that much of an idea for is how to sell the presentation, because I already like this cut of the kind of like a portrait. I think it looks cool, especially with the goggles a bit outside of it and the bandages going all over the place. It looks pretty dynamic, pretty cool, but I don't really know how to sell the full package yet. I've done portraits, I've done a lot of portraits, but I've only recently started trying to present them in this kind of, you know, cut bust up kind of way. I like it, but it's still kind of on unexplored territory for myself, so I'm not sure. I know some artists have their go-tos with like geometric patterns in the back that tend to always work for them and stuff, but since I'm new at this, we'll see if we can figure it out. Make sure you guys hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate again. I'm gonna save. Okay, that looks about right. Drawing looks amazing. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out, actually. Especially if like the characters are recognizable enough for people that know him. All right, now for the bandages, I guess. Let me just do my usual backup of copying the layer a bit, and let's get to it. I don't know how worn his bandages are. I guess they get worn here and there as well. I want the bandage to change a little bit of shape and thickness, just for the sake of making it a bit more dynamic. Yeah, this is gonna make it hard, so I think I'm just gonna work on the bandages separately again. What's that? Saville, do you think the count will be up for counting or saying the alphabet, or that's too lettery for him? I don't know. The count is still recovering from the From the crochet wound he got. He's all patched up though. He made sure to count how many times they wrapped the bandages around him to make sure that it was enough times. I just gave him a Sudoku puzzle and he was just all happy. He was already kind of recovering just fine. Just fine. Okay, let's clean up the drawing and then see if we can get some of those bandages all around him. Maybe maybe this guy could just although I don't want him to undo the quirk of being a vampire. That might mess up his aging a little bit. So I think it's fine. All right. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's play it smart. Alright, I want the bandages to be a little bit like uneven and sudden turns like that. Yeah, the more kind of lines like that, the better, I think. Is pulling this one. So that one could just be this one here. We'll see if we can make this work. Alright, and then for another one in the back, one that sticks out this way. It's almost gonna put him in a star almost. Is there like a symbol or like an emblem or something? They have they're like, that's just the laurel leaves. No. No, never mind then. Well, we'll see if we can use this as a try to kind of not make it turn into like a star itself. Hiyo. No, I think we're gonna have to stick to the sudden changing. This kind of flowy bandage stuff is new to me. I haven't really drawn a lot of this. And this guy has a lot of them. So this is the learning opportunity for this. This is the learning opportunity for this picture, is working with kind of flowy bandages like this that are been wrapped around him but are coming off now. This one should be in front of his hand, I feel. Maybe even be like in front of everything. We can add a couple more. We can add a couple more, should be fine. I would like some that go like in front of him as well. This one is going in front, it's going reverse around. And maybe just a couple more that do things. Yeah, that might actually work. A really wonky pattern. Like that. It's kind of tangenting with the hair, sadly. Hello, Diane. Welcome, how you doing? This looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna keep that. This shape. How are you feeling, Bill? I'm doing all right, thank you. Thank you. And you know, it's sometimes that's tricky to join in streams because of stuff like school and all, but always welcome back whenever you can. That's what I do these. And VODs are always there as well for you to watch whenever you can. Okay, let's sort out these bandages then. So they need thicker outlines as well. They definitely do, because that's the whole cartoony thing about it. And uneven lines is gonna definitely sell the idea of these kind of like them twisting and turning. This is one of those parts where you kind of almost get like a cell shaded look when the lines are not super concise. Almost looks like this loops around, which is pretty good. Maybe you might want to do that, actually. Yes, bandage comes out here, so... I'm gonna mumble a bit to myself. What A character would you guys have picked if you were doing this? So I should have asked that earlier. I'm gonna try to remember to ask that when I work on these. Like what A character would you have picked? I thought of leaving them lineless too, but with how good they look with this kind of messy, inky line art, I think this is the way to go. Because it also helps framing the character. Azul Ashengrotho and or Ace Trapola. Where are they from? Where are the characters from? Twisted Wonderland. Ah. I'm curious about Twisted Wonderland. Just never got really released in Europe, did it? Give the further ones thinner lines. Yeah, definitely. The ones closer can have thicker lines, and the ones in the back can have thinner ones. They kind of indicate how far back they all are. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's a mobile game. Twisted Wonderland is essentially Disney villains, right? As nice looking characters. I know of it. It's just it just never got released officially in Europe, and I know there are ways to play it regardless, but I feel like that's a bit of a hassle. I like the game's accessible. Very good lore. That's cool. Sensei, Aisawa Sensei. Hello, Lil. Amuhina Mori was from what again? I kind of need to ask you guys where all the characters are from. Your voice is so calming. Why, thank you. I like to keep things calming when I can. Shugokan. Ah, okay. Okay, so Japanese. I know that it was existed in Japan for a long time. I got a bit excited when I heard there was going to be an English version. There was North American only, or at least not in Europe. Probably because of the general gacha rules Europe has that you have to oblige by. So yeah, I just really like the idea and the story of it all. I just haven't looked into the story per se. I just like the idea of, you know, reenacting the villains in their own way. But I'm not much for gacha games either, like I've said before. We are getting there, though. We're getting there. There is a Vil, but he's more similar to both appearance and a little bit of attitude to Dango. How? In both appearance and attitude to Dango, it sounds more like a Dango than Vil. Why is he a Vil? Because it's in the name? Cruella de Vil. He's very pretty though, like you. Ah, thank you. See, that's where it's at. I see. Oh, there's okay. There is a Vil. There's actually with the name Vil. Wow. Okay, that's what you meant. That there's actually someone that has the name Vil. I just had to make sure because there's been like, oh, there's actually a character that looks like you in Cookie Run Kingdom or something, you know, and it turns out that they do because of the color palette and stuff. I just think it's really fun. Vil Schoonheid, like beauty, Vil beauty. The evil queen from Snow White, so is mirror mirror on the wall. Ah, funny enough. And it really has to be the fairest of them all. Makes sense. He does look like Dango, a Dango named Vil. A Dango named Vil. That's a light novel title right there. A Dango named Vil. Dango needed an alias for the this new gig, and then he just my name is Vil. This looks better, actually. This one is tangenting a little bit too much. I'm gonna have to change the direction of this bandage so that it goes up here. I've been wanting to make an example of where like tangents are and stuff, but it's so difficult because you essentially need a picture that is full of tangents in order to kind of make the example. Like this was a good one. Basically the fact that the bandage goes into this one, that it meets up with this line, see? It used to be here. Kind of confuses the eye as to what is in front and what is behind the line. That's the kind of effect tangents can have. You don't absolutely always need to make sure that lines do not cross each other, but when something is supposed to be, you know, front and back, like if you do a tree, in the far distance, it doesn't matter if the elbow of the character tangents it because it's so far back, no one's gonna believe, and with plenty of trees in front of it, no one's gonna believe that, oh my gosh, that tree in the distance is actually a tiny tree that is in front of his elbow. No, it's more like, but the when it comes to things in the foreground, it's a lot more important to be careful not to cross things over. All right, I think I can merge things now. Yeah, there we go. We're back to one layer. I'm gonna sort out some of these outlines that are closer at hand, around his hand. Got a bit of shading on the it is gray, right? Yeah, it is gray. A bit of shading behind them so that the bandages that are going behind him get a bit of darker shading on them. There we go. I think for all intents and purposes, this is kind of close to as done as I want to get it. And honestly, I could use the bandage here to create the cut that I need by basically just doing this. You know, making this be the bandage that goes here. It goes in there. And then just giving him a little bit more shoulder here. Because then we don't need this extra line on this side when we already have one that is that bandage doing its thing, right? The art was done on this one stream as well, basically, so you can probably rewatch the VOD in steps and just see it. I'm also going to post it, likely going to post like a speed paint about this, so. There you go, see, so now the bandage is a thing that is actually cutting it off and kind of tangenting into this cut here. Makes me feel like I could probably use bandages to do this whole, like, to wrap around him too, which would probably be the smartest thing to do. The only problem is this bandage that I could use for this side is kind of over his hand, and I really like how the way the hand looks. So we're just gonna cut this out. Cut it out, Flumies. No, not the entire layer, not the entire layer. Chill, please. Like this, and then we move it a little bit in front or something like this. Yeah, and then we do an instant yarn over and stab. There you go. We got it. We did it. Yes. Yes. It works. そうするぜ。これは。There you go. I think this kind of framing is the best solution for this kind of, especially if you have a reason to do this. You have an excuse. Excuse. Yeah, this one is in front. Okay, merge it all back to one layer. And just make this a little bit more liney. There you go. So that was the last little bit I think I needed in order to make sense of this kind of portrait look. Put a little bit of shading on close to his body for the sake of the bandages. But otherwise, I think we did a pretty good job here. You know, bandages are going. He's pulling them. May want a sharper turn on his finger there. And that's basically it. I don't know what is the power effect he gets. I don't think you see a lot of it. Had some kind of, there was some part where he almost got an aura, or there were some lightning effects on him, but I can't see it anywhere. It's just his bandages. There's a little bit of lightning and stuff effect on them too. I don't remember if they do that. But generally, I don't see a lot of lightning or sparks effects and stuff, so I think that's just an effect that they have given him, so I think this is plenty good. Yeah, so what's next for me is essentially to clean this up a bit. Line-wise and stuff, but I think this looks really good. Could even pick a background color to kind of frame him inside of the bandages as well. But yeah, I'll see. I think it looks better with it as is, especially if we do something like bring it a bit darker, see? Pretty cool, pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know how to make him more ominous with his power. It would be to kind of do this, give an aura, an outline of aura, because we already are using red as one of the colors. So we can just probably do this kind of like red, white, and black kind of deal on him. I don't know if it makes sense though, so I think I'll just kind of leave it a bit as like up in the air. This is the one I intend to, yeah, with the hand on this side. It works both ways, but I intended it for it to be this way, yeah. Let's give it a gradient map. I like my gradient maps. Should probably be something gray because of what he generally does. Overlay. Let's see if we find something good for him. This is already pretty good. I like my sunset ones. I like my purples. They look really good. This looks pretty good too. Adds a little bit of skin tone too. That's number 16. We gotta remember that. Given a bit of like a bluish tone or a purple tone to the gray also looks pretty cool. I think 16 was pretty good. Everything else looks a bit too dark. I think 16 looked pretty good. Number 16. There you go. It gives different vibes, definitely does. It looks undead here, like with this one. It's like a wait, no, that one. Like it looks, you know, like a zombie kind of deal. So I think something warm like this one is I'm between 9 and 16 that are kind of warm and gold. What do you guys think? 9 or 16? Nine? Yeah, 9. Okay, so we do the purplish one. I'm gonna try one last thing before we round up, and that is to just do a background color and see if that works out or not. You'll see that there's some parts that kind of need filling as well. So this is for me to deal with after. Me and Miri always have the same wavelength. I'm sure you do. Okay, so this here, right? Something like this. I think it looked pretty cool. I can actually also even cut the color on the top bit to kind of make that these bandages are kind of just on the outside as well. I think this looks pretty good. Not sure if this is the color of choice, but either way, I'll figure that out as I go. I don't know what other color it would be because his eyes are freaking red and it's generally, you know, I think red is the color to the go-to. He also has yellow on his goggles, but I feel like it makes it more ominous if he also has red behind him. Hello, Pudding, welcome. So yeah, there you go. Let me sign it then. I'll clean it up later. Give it a good old I can't. Gosh, I can't do my feather. There you go. It doesn't. Is it the smoothing? It's the it's the stabilization. You're messing with me. Ah, there you go. There you go. I'm pretty happy with this for one stream with a sketch pre-made. That's awesome. We should round up now. Take care, love yourself. Let's round it up. Some Bill and Evil should make it much better. Yeah, there's a short out that I'm sure you enjoy. Alright, so that is the deal. That is the picture. This is the very sticker. Yeah, you're right. This has a very decal sticker kind of touch to it. We're actually just one color away from getting it proper, which is just the gold on this, but we're yeah, either way, I'm leaving it there. I had a lot of fun with this. I knew the character already, so it kind of helped out. Pretty happy with how everything turned out. I was considering just leaving the bandages uncolored or like unshaded in the back, but seeing what they did with the shading and the lines and the folds, I think it's really good. it worked out really good. There's still some parts to clean up, which is like, you know, you see the bandages here a little bit just to kind of get by the finger here. So I would like to clean that up, but after that I consider it done. So this is kind of what the kind of quality I would like to do with this challenge. I would like to work through characters that you'll suggest along the way. I'll be picking the ones that I've like probably lottery or like do a pull or draw if it's like I'm not sure myself, but I'm gonna prepare a sketch before we go into the stream, because starting up a challenge on a stream is a bit tricky. I kind of need to be more focused to get the sketch done right. I already tried a couple of them with Aizawa and ultimately found one that worked, so we'll see if I can do it by next weekend, or otherwise we'll figure something else out. Hiyo, well, we'll leave it there. Let's go back to the study. Here we go. And we go Hutsu, everybody. Hutsu, Hutsu, Hutsu. Let me get up close here. So what I was saying before, you might have noticed a change in the background. It's much easier once you have a sketch. Yeah, I believe so, because there's a lot of things that kind of change along the way. And I feel like I have a better chance of planning my picture if I do it, if I do the sketch myself. The painting, yeah, it's that one right now, but it shifts. I'm putting a bit of illustrations on there. See, it's shifting now, it's shifting to another one. It's Momo's, I believe. So yeah, the painting's going to be shifting around a couple of illustrations. I haven't put all of them in there. It kind of has to be a format that fits, but I've tried to gather a couple that work, and I can keep adding to it. And that's what it's going to be doing in the background now. I wanted to feature your art in one way or another, and I figured this is probably the better way to do it. And it's just going to randomize around. I'll add more as I go. Yeah, now that's a photo. Yeah. Changes every 30 seconds. Switches around a bit. A mirror saver, screensaver. Yeah. Yeah. It was easier to notice with the hoot hoot bang picture, I think. So yeah, it's kind of if you recognize your illustration there, then you know, grab a screenshot. But if anyone asks, I'll be sure to say. Very neat magical painting you got there. Yeah, yeah. It's I don't know how it happened, but I'm not questioning it. I'm not questioning it. I'll just hang it up on the wall. Right, so I'm gonna thank my sponsors of the channel. And by that I mean, of course, the lovely, lovely sugar plumies. Oop. There you go. And yeah, not all of them are gonna be super duper special ways of thanking, but you know, you can be there, Plumie, okay? Okay. There you go. You can sleep. So yeah. Sugar Plumies, first of all, thank you everyone for being here, hanging out with me. It's super lovely, super fun to draw this. I'm a bit more locked in for this challenge, but I still think we had some good talks. I'm really happy with what came out of it, the picture. And also I want to say thank you for the alchemists that are also like members of the channel. You guys are also helping out quite a lot. And of course, the sugar plumies that get to be on a gold plaque and thanked every stream. So, Joyus, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Citrina Shutterbug, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Miriam H, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Natsu, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. TL Silverfang, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Momo Maho, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Milova, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Burb Kai, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Micah, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. Nico, thank you so much for being a sugar plumie. There you go. Thank you guys. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Mary. If you're new, Sugar Plumies is a higher tier membership that essentially gives you everything that you get as an alchemist, but also adds an extra part where you get a special thanks every stream and you get your name on a gold plaque, because since you're giving a little bit extra, you are essentially a direct sponsor of the channel that helped me do what I do for you, for us, for me. Everyone's really helping out a lot, so I'm really happy. Right, so let me see if there's anyone to raid. Otherwise, we'll leave it there. And members of the channel, I'll catch you tomorrow as we go into we draw a bit on Magma together. Since it didn't happen yesterday, we do it tomorrow. Helping to pay the mansion's bills. Yeah, definitely. There are bills to pay. There are bills to pay, and you guys are helping out quite a lot. We're leaving it there. The internet bill. You would think I'm a duck with how much bills there has to be. I'm kidding. But yeah, thank you all so much. Have a nice rest of your evening. Members, see you tomorrow. Everyone else, I'll see you on Monday, where we do. I'm gonna do some more crocheting. I'm gonna learn what a magic I'll say magic circle, magic ring is, and I also gonna repeat a bit of the basics, and then maybe try to make some kind of shape or start on a shape. You're flying on the hamster wheel, a longer shift maybe for the making electricity. Yeah, everyone, like someone has to get on the bike to pedal. Yeah, so thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow, members. See everyone else on Monday. Schedule's going out tomorrow as usual. Bye for now. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Stay lovely, everybody. See you real soon. Bye for now. Doei doei doei. Dag.